Well, it's now just 2 days until my departure to the Philippines. I've just about everything in order. I'm more or less ready to go. However, there are a few things that I need to plan for the first couple of days, starting from the moment when I arrive at Mactan Cebu International Airport, Terminal 2 arrivals. Now, after the best part of 2 days travelling, I'm probably going to be a little tired, stressed, jet-lagged, maybe even apprehensive about what lies ahead. I'm looking to make this as smooth as possible by planning ahead in detail the various things that I will need to make this happen by doing things intelligently. The first thing that I will need to do is to get transportation from the airport to my condo in the city. Now, this can be done in two ways, the first of which is by bus and the second by taxi. There is a bus service adjacent to the taxis from the airport that goes to the city called MyBus, which runs from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m. every 20 minutes at the low cost of around 50 pesos. And this will take you to the MyBus terminal SM City Cebu, where depending on your destination, you might need to change and get a second bus to the right part of the city. I really just want to get there as direct and as quick as possible with minimal fuss. So my options are either take one of the white or yellow taxis just outside the exit. Now, the yellow taxis are only allowed to take persons who are passengers of the airport and are a little more expensive than the white taxis that can take anyone. In average, from the airport to Cebu City is around 400 to 500 pesos, so that's £6.60 or $8.70. Now, obviously, this can vary depending on the time of day or the day of the week, but it still seems pretty reasonable, nonetheless, compared to the West, as it's potentially the most important taxi ride that you'll take. Now, a third alternative for taxis, which is the one I prefer, is to use the Grab app. The Grab app is widely used in Asia and offers a variety of services, including taxis, food delivery, grocery shopping, and digital payments. To use this, I've already downloaded the app onto my phone. And it's similar to Uber, so you just need to let it know where you are and where you want to go, and a selection of options will appear at different prices. Now, simply select and it's booked. You can choose cash payment or register a bank card on the app. And on my first install, it wouldn't let me use to plan routes in Cebu as it detected that I was in the UK. So to work around this, I've denied permission to access my location. This has enabled me to set my home location as Cebu City. And over the past few weeks, I've been able to type in various places that I would need to go all over the city, from shopping malls to supermarkets and tourist attractions, to get accurate prices in real time as if I was actually there. The nice thing about doing this is that you know exactly what it's going to cost, as opposed to trying to haggle with a taxi driver or just being ripped off. An important point to mention here is that you'll need to input a mobile number. Now, I input my UK number, but as I've already mentioned, that initially caused problems, but now it works okay. Now, with regards to SIM cards, it's a straightforward choice between Globe and the Smart Network. I'm going to need a Philippine mobile number for various different reasons, such as opening up accounts at Lazada, Shopee, and Landers Supermarket, not to mention various other apps that require one. I have two phones, my old one and the new one that I purchased to make sure that it had eSIM capabilities, but the main reason is to make sure that everything on my old phone or my backup phone is mirrored onto the new one, especially for banking apps. So if something was to happen to either phone, I know that I can go back to the hotel or Airbnb or apartment and continue exactly where I left off, not forgetting to use the Google app to remotely lock the one that I no longer have. SIM cards are available at kiosks at the airport on various plans from 7 to 30 days, but are way overpriced. So once I arrive at the Airbnb, I can use the Wi-Fi to purchase an eSIM from the Smart website, and then also purchase some load, which is credit for the SIM. Alternatively, I could go for a quick wander to the nearest 7-Eleven or Minimart, where SIM cards for both of those providers are freely available at around 50 pesos. Once I have my SIM or eSIM, I will need to register that with the network as required by the recent SIM Registration Act of 2023, brought in by the Philippines in an attempt to lessen fraudulent and criminal activities that rely on SIM cards such as phishing, scamming, and extortion. Now, this means that even as a tourist on vacation, when purchasing a SIM card on the network or any network, you'll have to provide your mobile number, full name, nationality, date of birth, a selfie photo, passport, proof of address, and a return ticket or an onward departure from the Philippines. Upon approval, SIM cards registered for tourists are valid for only 30 days or will automatically be deactivated after this period. Now, once you've submitted all the relevant information and documents, you must wait for an SMS confirming that the registration is complete. Now, I know it's enough to make you not want to bother going in the first place, but furthermore, if you want to extend your vacation and maintain the active status of your SIM card, you'll have to then submit or present an approved visa extension while the SIM card is still active or the SIM card is effectively bricked. Now, most SIM cards will usually come with a couple of gig to kickstart your data and calls allowance, after which I would want to purchase more load to put onto the card. Now, Smart do a package called Magic Data Plus 399, where for that exact amount of pesos, I can get 24 gig of data with no expiry. I can't imagine ever needing to actually make calls or texts, as most of my communication will be on social media or WhatsApp, which only needs data anyway. Anyway, once you've done all of this, you now have a SIM card that will be valid for 30 days. Now you can sign up or register or download apps and pop in your Philippine mobile number. Just don't forget to submit a copy of your visa extension if you need to keep it going. One very important final point to make here is concerning two-factor authentication codes for numerous sites, platforms, and banking. There are various ways of being able to receive these. However, most of them seem to work only some of the time, such as having a Skype number or Google Voice. The most straightforward way that I will be using is to make sure that I use my backup phone with my UK SIM card and make sure that it's switched on to airplane mode, but with Wi-Fi calling switched on. This will enable authorization codes to go through the same number without needing to make any changes. But some providers make no charge for this, whilst others will equivalent to a text or something. So hopefully this will take care of that issue. Now, when I booked my Airbnb a few weeks ago, I now have my specific location. So I decided to do a quick reconnaissance mission on Google Maps Street View, about a mile in every direction. Using the cursor keys, I can move forward, backward, sideways, and zoom in on any shop, pharmacy, takeaways, massage, restaurant, 7-Eleven, or anything else that caught my interest. I could then Google their website or menu for further details. So I now know where everything is within a 15 to 20 minute walk. I'm also very familiar visually with the immediate surrounding area of my condo. So in theory, when I arrive, I can relax in my condo, register a SIM card, order a pizza, kick back with a six-pack, while chilling to home TV through a VPN. Unless, of course, I'm still being strip-searched and probed in every orifice while being interrogated by immigration. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Fingers crossed.